What's up, y'all? What's good? It's your girl, Straight Facts Unmatched. Welcome to the Straight Facts Unmatched experience. I do appreciate you guys for tuning in, liking the content, and dropping the comments down below. I do appreciate you guys for taking time out your day, listen to what I have to say. You guys are greatly appreciated. So let's go ahead and get off into this video. So I wanted to get over here and I wanted to talk about the live that Jasmine did yesterday. You know, the live that she did with her hair all over her head, laying on the floor with Legendary, while her 4-year-olds are in the back doing whatever it is that they were doing, unattended, not being supervised. Aiden kept coming off in the front room. Evidently, he wanted something, but she kept basically trying to get him to go away, and he wouldn't. So, but you know what? I never seen Ava the whole entire 30, 40 minutes that this girl was on live, nor did she ever try to call her name or anything like that. First of all, your 4-year-olds don't need to be too far from you to where you don't know what they're doing. And if your 4-year-old doesn't come around like 5 or 10 minutes or something like that, or every 5 or 10 minutes or whatever, then you should be trying to go see what it is going on with your child. Like when she even got up to go and get that bottle that she forgot about in the bottle warmer, she still didn't even go and peek her head or anything or say nothing about Ava. Like she didn't say anything about Ava the whole entire time that she was on live. Like those kids don't need to be left unattended to the point to where you're not even trying to see like where they're at or call their name, or if you're not seeing them come to you, because anytime that I may be in another room, I'm not far from my children. I can hear them or I know exactly what they're doing. So therefore I'm not going to be too concerned as to what they're doing, because I've done either turned something on for them to sit down and watch, and they're going to sit down and watch whatever I turned on, or they're going to be on their tablets or something like that. You know, they're going to be occupied for the moment while I'm doing what I'm doing. But I'm never too far away. And not only that, I'm going to go peek in on my child or my children if I don't hear from them, you know, as I should, because they're 4 years old. Like, come on now. You sit up there and said you have a major effects on the depression medicine that you're taking. First of all, the anxiety medicine that you're taking. Okay, it does make you tired. It can kind of make you a little drowsy because it's supposed to keep you calm. You always come up with all of these excuses as to why you just can't get out of bed, you can't get off the floor, you can't comb your hair, you can't tend to your kids, you can't be the mother that you're supposed to be, but yet you want to get pregnant, but you can't even get up to fix a meal, you can't even get up to make sure your kids are looking presentable when you turn on the camera, because see, you are the one that gets up and turn on the camera, so you can dictate whenever you want your kids to be seen or not, or how they're presentable or not. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you have a set time, a set date, and you just have to do these things at that particular moment. No, you have a choice when you can pick up that camera and vlog, but you seem to only do that and you say, I just want to be so transparent. I don't want people to be thinking that I'm trying to play like I'm perfect. That doesn't have anything to do with shit. It just has all to do with the fact that you're lazy and you don't want to get up and do what you're supposed to do. Christopher must have checked out, okay? Because he's never at home. And that's why you're always tired and you're always this and you're always that, because you're being left in the house with those kids by yourself with no help. But yet you always want to sit here and talk about Chris this, Chris that. Chris, you can never speak about yourself without mentioning him. It's like you don't know that you're Jasmine. You always have to mention him. That's just like when you and Chrissy were so-called friends, so-called cyber besties. You couldn't even talk about yourself without mentioning her. It's like you don't have a mind of your own, because you don't, apparently. Because if you did, you would know how to speak and just talk about yourself. You don't always have to bring somebody else up. You don't always have to follow up with an explanation as to why this and that. The reason why you do that is because you know you be telling nothing but lies. If you start being true to yourself, then you can be true to others. You can't be out here talking about you trying to be transparent, but you're being real fake you being fake for the camera. Anything that you talk about, anything you do is for the camera. You listen to reactors and your content is based off of what you have heard and seen. This whole, oh, I'm seeing a counselor. Oh, I'm on meds. I'm taking meds. Oh, this is bothering me. Oh, I'm getting too tired. So you are already too overwhelmed and tired. Now that you're taking anxiety medicine, oh, it has major effects on you. And let me tell you something. You need to learn how to spell, because the effects that you're pertaining to is not with the A, it's with the E. You need to look that up. Then you turned off your comments because you don't want to take constructive criticism. You don't want to be responsible. Accountability breeds accountability breeds responsibility. You need to understand something. You need to get off your ass and stop being so lazy. Being lazy is a choice. You can get up out of the bed. I know that depression can bring you down. It can have you real down, and then it can bring you can be up sometimes, you can be down, you can be like in the middle. I understand depression and anxiety. I surely do, because I have anxiety that flares up from time to time, and it all pertains to my children and the things that I have to do when it comes to them, as far as like having to send them off, separation anxiety and things like that. That's where my anxiety flares up. No man is making my anxiety flare up to the point to where, oh, I can't get out of bed and I can't do this and I can't do this for my children. I still get whatever I need to get done for my kids, get done for my kids when it's time for it to get done. I don't make no excuses as to what I don't feel like doing. You sit up there and say, "Oh, I'm not saying that I'm tired, like I'm sleepy. I'm just saying that I'm tired because I just want to lay around all day and just be on my phone." You sound like a little dumbass young girl. That's what you sound like. Nostralika, you need to grow up. I don't know what your problem is. I don't know why you would choose to have all of those kids just to say that you just want to lay around and be on your phone all day and not do anything. When you start having children, your life ended then. It stopped there. Like, when you have children, your responsibility is being a parent to that child. No, it does not come with no type of book or no type of instructions. No, it doesn't. But at the same time, you are supposed to be the best parent that you can be and do what you can do with what you have. If you didn't have a good mother, or you didn't have a good father, and you don't really know what to do or how to do it, you do the best that you can. And wherever you feel like you're struggling at, you ask questions from a person that has more experience or has the experience to give you that type of advice. That's what you do. But to keep laying down having babies by men that don't even want you, or men that don't even want to help you with the kids that you're having, is beyond me. Then you want to talk about depression, anxiety. The only reason why you sit up here talking about depression, anxiety is because you are using that because you just had a baby. So you're trying to fuel that. Oh, I'm suffering from postpartum depression. What happened to your blood pressure medicine? What happened to you having high blood pressure? Did it just go away? The anxiety didn't go away, so the blood pressure just disappeared. You wasn't even taking your blood pressure medicine like you were supposed to, just like you weren't taking your anxiety medicine, but yet you kept getting on YouTube talking about how depressed and how stressed you were, but never did you ever try to take your medication to try to solve that. So you rather stay depressed and stressed out and have your anxiety flaring up when you had medication to assist you with that. It's the slow thinking for me. That's what it is. It's like something is really wrong with you, and it makes absolutely no sense. Maybe you should check into getting checked for autism to see if you have any type if you're on the spectrum. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm being serious, because evidently it's something just not registering in your brain. It's not clicking. It's not clacking. And you need to know what's happening up there. Like, seriously. Nostralika. Okay? Let me tell you something. You don't have the right to sit up there and make excuses as to why you don't want to be a parent when you chose to lay down and have those kids. Regardless of what their father is or isn't doing, you are their mother and they're there with you. So therefore, your responsibility is to make sure that you do what you're supposed to do when it comes to your kids. What all of these excuses, you're just piss poor. That's all there is to it. You're mommy dearest. I would not ever want you as a mother, like, seriously, because the way that you go on and the way that you be carrying on, like something talking about, I just want to lay on my phone all day and just not do anything. I don't want to have to hold no baby. I don't want to have to do no flashcards. Girl, you didn't do no flashcards to begin with. Let's just be clear. You need to stop lying about the things that you're doing or the things that are being done. Because, like, your reality is really your reality. You cannot run from it. No matter how you try to fix it up or how you try to paint it up, it still is what it is. Your real reality is still your real reality. Once you turn the live button off, once you turn the phone off from recording, your reality still is what it is. You still have to deal with what it is. You know what I'm saying? If Chris is not at home and he's leaving you at home all by yourself all the time, that's your reality. You've been left at home with those kids. That's why you're so tired, because you don't have anybody to help you. You're basically like a single mom with a man living in the house with you. Let's just be very clear. He's always at work. You're always overwhelmed. You're always so tired. You're always this, you're always that. Then, okay, where was Chris when you went live yesterday? He was at work, because he wasn't asleep. Because if he was asleep, you wouldn't have been in there making all of that noise. And Aiden would have been locked off in his room still instead of coming out. And that's just what it would have been. So I guess Chris was at work yesterday while you were on live, right? And that's why you was sitting up there with your hair sticking all up on your head. You wonder why that man don't want to be seen with you, why he don't even want to post you or you post him. Because the way that you get on here with your hair all over your head, the way you just be looking with your, I mean, come on now. Like, for real, seriously. You look very unkept. You look like you smell, like you ain't washed your ass, like you ain't did nothing productive, period. Like, when you say that you really don't want to do nothing, it look like you really didn't do anything, period. Like, brush your teeth, wash your face, wash your ass, or anything. You didn't comb your hair, so, I mean, come on. I'm just saying. Like, you have to understand, no man wants to be seen with someone that don't want to be, you don't want to keep yourself up. The only time you get yourself together is when you're supposedly doing something or whatever the case may be. That's it. But other than that, your hair is always like that. It's always sticking from out of the ponytail. Like, girl, you know how old you are? Do you know that you're in your 30s? Do you know that shit is very unacceptable? Do you know you shouldn't come on camera like that? Apparently you don't care. You say you're trying to be transparent. I'm trying to show you the real. Well, be real with yourself and say what it really is going on in your house and stop lying so much. Just say that you and Chris are having problems, that he's not at home, that he's always gone, and he's not at work. Say what it really is and stop making a fool of yourself. Because whatever he's doing or not doing is taking a toll on you and is spewing out to your children. Like, your son was sitting up there teething the whole entire time you sit there with your face in that camera talking about this anxiety and how your medicine is making you so tired. And, oh, I've taken my medicine late and that's why I'm so sleepy and I'm so tired. Like, you just sound like an idiot. Like, seriously, you need to really grow up. You need to get your shit together. I could see why your mama done probably just, like, backed off from you, because the stuff that you got going on with that boy, he's not really helping you do anything. And it's evident because every time he's not there, you hop online, talk about how depressed and how your anxiety is flaring up and all of this. Now, if you're getting counseling and he's doing counseling with you, then what do you need to come to YouTube and talk about it for? Seriously. Like, you're not helping nobody. Really and truly, you're trying to be funny about this whole depression and anxiety. And I don't think that that's really cool to do, because people really do go through these things every single day, while you're sitting up here having selective depression and anxiety because of what that man is not doing for you and with you. He always leaving you in that house by yourself. Y'all don't ever really go nowhere. And when y'all do go somewhere, he's rushing it. Or, when you say, oh, I want to go home and watch a movie. Well, we're going to be asleep when we get home. You know what I'm saying? He's already letting you know what he's not going to do with you. Like, this is it, right? You know what I'm saying? You better be lucky that this is what I'm doing right now, because, I really don't want to do this, but I am. So be grateful. You know what I'm saying? It makes absolutely no sense that you could sit up there and you could talk about how sexy he is and how fine he is and how good of a man he is and this and the third, but we don't never hear that from him when it comes to you. Like, you're very foolish. You're very young-minded. You need a caregiver. You really do. Because something in your mind is not right. For you to want to keep having children, but you don't even want to get out of bed. You're laying all on the floor. You haven't talking about, it's just one of those days. Girl, it's just one of those days for you every day. All day. 365, 24, 7 days a week. That's you. And the reason of it being is because of the man that you chose to bring off into your home that you barely even knew. But you decided that you just wanted to have a man and had to have a man because your cyber fake bestie had one. So you just had to follow suit. And that's what you did. Now look at you. You manifested that baby. Now you have to take care of that baby all by yourself, even though that the father is in the household with you. Isn't that sad? Like, what are you really teaching your daughters? Are you teaching your daughters to not be loved, or, you know what I'm saying, to not, have self-love to where they won't have low self-esteem and pick the type of men that you chose? You had a pimp for a baby daddy. You still do, of course. And you must have thought when he got out of prison that things were going to change for you and that you were going to be able to be scot-free and just run off and be legendary in Chris. And that didn't work out for you because you see that he is doing whatever it is that he's doing. I guess he's working a lot or whatever the case may be, which as he should, because he has how many kids? Like 10 kids or something like that? So yeah, he needs to be working so that he can assist and help with all of the children that he has helped get here. So if that's what he's doing, then that's what he's doing. But it seems like every time you speak about him, like you're getting frustrated. Oh, well, he doesn't keep them for long periods of time because he has to go to work. And, you have 2 baby daddies. And it seems like you're not even getting help for either one of them. You got one that's living in the house with you. The one that's trying to control the narrative of what you got going on with your first baby daddy. And then your first baby daddy is so stupid to where he doesn't see anything wrong with the fact that he has to go through your boyfriend just to get to his kids. Because Chris doesn't want you having any type of conversations with Philip because he feels like if you do, I don't know, y'all going to rekindle some type of love or something. Because it seems like if Philip could, he would. I'm just saying, just from the things that he was saying when he was talking, when he uploaded this channel, she's a good mom. I don't see anything that's going on wrong with her. I'm really proud of her. She's been taking care of my kids and my kids been straight. Like, boy, please go ahead and watch My Shabby Life. You'll also see yourself on there doing foolish shit when it comes to your kids. But go ahead and watch My Shabby Life and go ahead and catch up on her video so you can see exactly what's been going on and see if you have a different perspective from what you have at this particular moment, because your kids have endured a whole lot of shit. And you, on the other hand, talking about she's doing the best that she can. I'm proud of her. And I don't have any issues when it comes to my baby mama. And, I applaud him not wanting to bash her. But at the same time, it's like, dude, like, it's sad that these kids got 2 parents that's going to fail them. And they just have to go through life struggling or go through life not knowing this, not knowing that because they don't have no real parents. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jasmine, you're teaching your daughters to be a doormat. You're teaching your daughters to accept anything from a man and just be happy with it, just as long as they're able to have a man. You are one of those women like a piece of man is better than having no man at all. You know what I'm saying? That's your problem. And that's exactly why you're suffering from the anxiety and the depression that you're going through, because you want this man so bad, but this man don't want you like you want him. And you're all for him, but he's not about you at all, period. And it shows. That's why he's always at work. That's why you only got a snow cone for Mother's Day. And I guarantee you, once the 21st come rolling around, you're going to come with this fake Mother's Day video and say that he did all of these things for you when you really did all those things for yourself, making a fool of yourself, as you always do. When you don't even have to put on the show. Just if you're going to be transparent and real, be transparent and real and stop putting on this fake shit for the camera, because we already know what it really is when it comes to him and you, that he's not really all that into you. It shows by the way he looks at you. It shows the way that he treats you and how much he's never at home with you.